Freedom to Speech Radio.
Coming up today on Backchat.
If you walk through Waitrose with your wanger out, you're going to get arrested.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
That's a given.
Transport? Well, you were talking about sex, weren't you?
No, we're talking about transport now. Later on, we'll be talking about transport and how people are getting around these days. And speaking of getting around, we've got Hugh on the line. He wants to talk about how the UK is falling behind on the league tables of having sex. Hugh, you have some interesting opinions on this, don't you?
Yeah, I do, Ash. I just think that we're getting left behind by the Europeans. Back in the sort of 70s, 80s, I think sexually we were very much first division. I mean the old first division.
Oh, back when it was top tier.
Yeah.
And
now I think we're still first division, but with a new first division. So we're effectively the third tier. Sex education in school was a lot of sort of, this is a penis, this is a vagina, this is sperm, this is an egg, this is an ovary. So if penis and vagina is your 1 + 1, then let's move on to quadrilateral equations. Double penetration, and there's lots of things.
All the other holes
that we just don't teach people.
Well, listen. Also on the line we've got Geraldine. Now, Geraldine, I don't know if you've been hearing any of what Hugh's been saying.
I've been listening, yes. It really is about education. It's a bit like two halves of a Victoria sponge. You want the cream to cover all of the sponge.
Yeah.
And then you want to two sides of the sponge together and squeeze. And that's exactly what it's like when two people make love. And in schools, we don't teach that.
I've got German friends who will happily walk through an Aldi with no clothes on.
I've been to Germany and I've seen some of the stuff they put on VHS.
If you walk through Waitrose with your wanger out, you're going to get arrested.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
That's a given. Yeah. Tell us, what would happen if the Europeans overtake us sexually?
Well, it's not a question of if they would, they have done. And all of a sudden, I got some French person, that's giving my wife an orgasm. What's going on?
That's what's happened, is it?
Well, yeah.
Are you still married to your wife, or is this something you do for fun? Or
no, I wouldn't let. She made a mistake.
When did this happen, Hugh?
I mean, the last time would be last Thursday.
Right.
This is the problem. This is what I'm talking about.
This is the real problem, okay? This is the real problem.
Okay.
We've got a points-based immigration system, okay? We are suddenly realising it's not doctors we need, okay? It's not nurses. It's not surgeons. It's people who are good at sex, okay?
I don't think...
I'm saying train up British people to be better at sex, and then French people can go home and they can have sex with their wives.
What are the sort of skills you're talking about? What are the skills that we ought to know?
Well, a double whammy, the flip-flop, the scooteroo.
The what, sorry?
All these sorts of... The scooteroo.
Oh, and the skid. The skid is one of the most remarkable skills you need.
Yeah, triple dogger. There's loads of...
The single mother?
Yeah, oh, what?
Well, I've not heard of that one. How does that work?
We all know what that is. We don't want to say it out on the radio, do we?
Let's talk about you. Tell me some stories.
You don't need to know.
Tell me a sex story.
Go on.
What do you mean tell you? I mean, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't. Story about when you had sex.
Pretty clear. I mean, your favourite one.
My favourite sex story. It was a lady, lovely, Debbie. Her name was. We had a dirty weekend in the country.
Good lad.
What did you do for her?
Spoke to her in her ear about sort of hot stuff.
So how did she let you know she was enjoying herself?
Oh, she sort of smiled, laughed, all sorts of stuff.
Ash, you're literally part of the problem, not the solution. Do you understand that? You're a non-league. You're like,
right. Okay, thank you.
About going back to the top level of football, and you're playing. No, it's not even conference.
Lovely stuff, Hugh. Thank you,
Sunday
Hugh
league,
and Geraldine. We're going to move on to someone's got a jetpack.
So what we decided to do was to boil the Coke in the kettle,
right,
and then put the Mentos in the Coke.
So, Doug, you're saying all it takes to propel your jetpack is Coca-Cola and some Mentos?
There is a secret ingredient, which
Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah, so as I say, hot Coca-Cola, Mentos, and just a little bit of jet fuel.
Sorry, a little bit of jet fuel?
Yeah.
Okay, so hot Coca-Cola, Mentos, and some jet fuel propels your jetpack. That makes sense. We've also got Lisa on the line. You've got something to say about electric scooters, is that right?
Yeah, thank you for giving me this platform to talk about this important issue.
Pleasure.
I've actually recently started a campaign called Mates. That's Mothers Against the Tyranny of Electric Scooters. There have actually been 39 injuries to pedestrians caused by scooters. and I'm actually one of them.
Oh, so you got injured by a scooter?
I did, yeah.
What happened? Are you able to tell us what happened?
A middle-aged man on a scooter collided into me, and he actually scooted over my big toe. And honestly, the pain was like childbirth.
I can only imagine.
I mean, I haven't actually experienced childbirth because I had an elective cesarean because I wanted to keep my vagina tight. But anyway, he didn't even check to see if I was okay. He scooted off into the sunset and left me trying to, piece my toenail back together like a tiny little jigsaw puzzle.
How many pieces was your toenail in? Lots. Hundreds.
Hundreds of pieces.
Lisa, can I just jump in? Have you ever considered a jetpack?
Absolutely not.
Hold on now, Doug. You know at least to suffer some trauma at the hands of these people. When you're in a jetpack, you're in the air, aren't you? I mean, you can't possibly have hit anyone, can you?
Could I give you their name? No.
Right.
Have I hit the odd owl? Yeah. But it's an owl.
What sort of owl was it?
A brown owl.
And were there any consequences?
She was fine. I mean, the rest of the brownies were, traumatized. But she had 2 nights in hospital, and she was fine, and she got a first aid badge.
Right.
So actually, I did her a favour.
Goodbye. On the line now, we've got Steve from Milton Keynes, and he's got something to say about the topic of transport. Is that right, Steve?
Hello, Ash, mate.
Hello.
I just think everyone's obsessed, absolutely obsessed with just going fast.
That's
fast,
right.
fast.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no time to sort of take in your surroundings, and of course, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous also if you're going very fast.
Yeah. I mean, Doug was just talking about his jetpack.
When a man gets to a certain age,
yeah,
you'll know about this soon enough.
Sure.
Then you're not able to do the things you could when you were young. So.
Oh, sorry. Are we talking about? We're talking about modes of transport.
Transport? Well, you were talking about sex, weren't you?
No, we're talking about transport now.
Oh, well, I suppose you can do it it's illegal now. Do it in the car, and that's what everyone's doing now, isn't it?
All right.
Everyone's doing it.
Thanks, Steve. Cheers. Bye. Okay, we've got time for one more caller. It's Debbie from Reading. Hello, Debbie.
Hey, yeah, is that Ash?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, it's Debbie.
Hi,
you
Debbie.
were talking about me earlier. I'm not your ex-girlfriend, am I? That was a work trip. That wasn't a date. I don't really appreciate. There were 6 people in that hot tub that day.
Sorry, I don't. Yeah.